stations here in the UK. And Alex Mayon of Channel 4 came out and said Channel 4 is battling Netflix and porn. The chief executive of Channel 4 said this jokingly. We are battling Netflix and porn because there's a challenge to attract new viewers. And it's not Netflix and porn, it's the fact that kids don't want programmed television. They don't want it. They want to watch bits, pieces here, there. They want to watch some prick with blue hair on YouTube talk shit. That's what they want. But I think there's another reason they're struggling because she joked about this as she unveiled new commissions with an increased emphasis on shows produced outside of London, hey, so we can get to the provinces, and those that could appeal to more diverse viewers. So, these include a new sitcom called Lady Parts about an all-female Muslim punk band. And a drama called Generation Z about baby boomers turning into zombies. Old people bad. Punk Muslim bands good. See, we're reaching out and we're being diverse. Channel 4. 4 words put together. Are you ready? Go woke, get broke.
Yeah, 100%,
This shit
man.
does not work. This is pandering. It's patronising. It's fucking stupid. Your content's dreadful anyway. They've got a show called Gogglebox. Do you know what Gogglebox is? It's popular. Do you know what it is? It's you watching people watching television. You watching people watching television. Not only that, you watching people you really wouldn't like watching television, but they're not horrible enough to make them interesting. They're just dull, ordinary people watching television and talking about shit programs that you don't want to watch anyway, but you will sit there and watch other people watching them and talking about. This is where we're at. And the TV company's like, I can't understand why people are switching off and just going and watching PewDiePie or shit like that. Because do you know what? For all I joke about these blue-haired fucking weirdos, it's not for me. I'm fucking, they don't pander to their audience. They know their audience. And you don't have to be young to know your audience. What you have to stop doing is being a patronising prick that thinks, oh, do you know what would really reach out to people? A story about an all-female Muslim punk band. Why? Who does that appeal to? This is what I don't get. Because if they're religious young Muslim girls, they won't be allowed to watch that anyway, and they certainly won't like punk music. Punk's dead, for fuck's sake. Punk's been dead for years. Green Day are not punk. Punk's got Green Day, like their current. Punk's fucking gone. It's finished. This is dreadful. This is forcing a radical rethink of how to measure success, with British television bosses increasingly accepting that they are no longer competing with one another, but are battling with other forms of entertainment for attention. Channel 4 is attempting to improve the popularity of its All 4 catch-up service and the number of hours watched by viewers, rather than traditional live viewing figures. Well, of course, because nobody wants programmed television anymore. They want to dip in, dip out. They might go and watch a live show, like some people come and hang out with us for an hour or two. But most of all, people want to go and watch bits whenever they want. I mean, my son will happily sit and watch something on a phone. I mean, I'll watch little 5-minute videos and things on a phone, but I couldn't imagine watching anything longer than that. That would be strange, but that's how young people digest what they do. And of course, people my age and a bit younger are like, well, that's just stupid. You should watch television at 7:30. This is on. The same way a couple of generations ago that television will rot your brains. Actually, that turned out to be remarkably true. Patrick Holland, the controller of BBC Two, gosh, I bet he's the light and soul of a party, told the festival audience that he accepted that traditional live television channels were increasingly watched by older and wealthier viewers. He insisted his channel was fighting back with shows such as rebooted Top Gear, which attracted more than 1 million viewers. Which is funny because the original Top Gear, which is now called, The Grand Tour, on Amazon, gets far more viewers than that. Far, far more viewers with 3 old men on it. Do you know why? They're not trying to pander to an audience. And it's not just old, wealthy people that watch the Grand Tour. It most certainly isn't. It's a wide age group because we've got to get away from this idea we must create for this niche. No, It's not your job. Just make interesting fucking programs. And anyway, everyone would rather watch fucking porn on Netflix. Do you like that, Graham? All girl. Did I hear the alert noise? Did somebody just subscribe or something?
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
I just heard an alert noise. I realised.
Oh yeah. We've just had someone there. Yeah.
Thank you very much for subscribing. You're a fine human being.
We've had we've had a Streamlabs midget porn addict sent us $3. Thanks very much, man. He said, "Why does that Graham chick look like she's sitting on a big rubber horse cock? She can't sit still and keep smiling."
Graham's a wriggler.
I am. When I'm thinking, I'm like, my legs go. But no, in terms of that, this sounds exactly like what Marvel said around 2014, 15, and now nobody buys Marvel comics anymore because this, I mean, for a start, right? An all-girl Muslim band, that doesn't tell me whether or not it's good or not. It's like, who's writing it? Is it? And ultimately, if you're making a show and the selling point is that's the thing. It's like Father Ted, isn't it? Oh, we're going to make a new show and it's about 2 white male priests. You're like, okay, well, what else? Go on. That could be really good or really bad, And ultimately, it's going to be really bad. I saw the other day that the average age viewer for the BBC is now 61. Which is funny. I know, which is funny when they're going on about, Brexit. Who gave us Brexit? All these old people. And it's like, mate, you're slacking off your own demographic there. Nobody cares. And I will say
about the new punk. You know what the new punk is?
Oh, it's bollocks.
PewDiePie.
Yeah, well, of course it is. Of course it is. That guy slips.
PewDiePie. He's become more popular than any terrestrial television station. Much more popular. We've just by doing his due.
We started watching him. We had some beans on toast tonight, so we started. I've been watching him with my daughter, and we had a little bit of supper, and he started today's video with loads of people who had photoshopped pictures of him and his new wife into Minecraft. And, so all his wedding photos, but they were all in. So he was, when they were like walking up some stairs, it was like Minecraft stairs and stuff. And you know what? Like, I've seen, the likes of like a couple of mates of mine going, oh, he's a racist millionaire, doesn't work hard and stuff. It's like, no, man, the guy works hard every single day. And I've been sharing some really, really sweet moments, including that. She was made up about him being married. It was lovely. It was fucking lovely. And the people that slag him off
doesn't follow him at all. He likes TDM. I think he does much the same thing.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. You're allowed to like what you like. Now, this brings me to Channel 4. When everything did start going digital and people were torrenting for ages, everyone was torrenting, and then you were like, oh, you don't need to torrent, you can just stream. But then there was that weird thing of like, the likes of Netflix and Amazon made it so that you would pay for your streaming, but it was a reasonable amount. So you didn't, they found that nice balance, didn't they? Yeah. And as that was happening, obviously there's things like YouTube that are free. And I did try out All 4 a few times, their online version, and it's free to watch, but they have as many adverts as if you're watching it on TV. We're talking like 3 to 4 minute blocks. Oh. And if your internet skips out or something, boom, you've got another set of adverts. Unwatchable it is. You can put as many lesbian, pansexual, demigender, whatever's making vegan cookery shows on. But if I'm watching 4 minutes of unskippable ads just to watch that thing, I'm not going to fucking do it. No, I'm not interested.
What do you do on Facebook when it has the uninterruptible ads?
It dies straight away.
You just go, don't you? You watch half your video and go, I can't deal with this. And you try and watch because you think, well, some money goes back to the content creator, but they didn't choose to put these stupid fucking things in place. It's a very tricky thing, monetization, but the old models ain't going to work anymore. They ain't going to work anymore.
And where's the edge on Channel 4 now? I used to like Channel 4 News, but even that's gone off the deep edge. I mean, ever since that Kathy Newman Jordan Peterson interview, they doubled down, didn't they? Do you know what I mean? They fucked up. The sort of the new way of thinking, this sort of thing of like, no, we actually want to have conversations and understand perspectives rather than 3-second sound bites. And we don't want you as news generators to gather 3-second, 30-second sound bites. We want to really fucking know about someone. And when they put the full 30-minute interview up, and then Kathy Newman was just like proud of it. That was a job well done. Went home fine. She defends it, but they don't realise that it was like that was the nail in the coffin for them. That was the end of Channel 4. They can get as many awards off their mates as they want.
Not only that, look at the shite they're bringing out on TV. You know, it's all period drama. There's dull as ditch water fucking dramas there. But I can go on Amazon and Netflix for a combined cost of what, £12, £13, £14 a month. And with Amazon, I get shit sent to me really fast as well, especially shit I don't need, which is brilliant.
It's amazing.
But I can get all that. I can go and watch Happy. I can watch Ash vs. Evil Dead. I can watch The Boys. I can watch American Gods. You know, I can watch all these things, and for a very reasonable cost, I can watch Game of Thrones.
I can watch half the BBC and Channel 4 stuff anyway, because they, even though I've paid for it, they sell it to Netflix anyway. So
They
I'm like,
sell it on.
The fuck am I even paying for it for?
My son wanted to watch The Young Ones. I bought it from Google.
Wow.
Only a couple of quid, but I bought that from Google.
I've got YouTube. The DVDs kicking her out. They're just there, actually. In fact, I've got them. They're towards the front, so that, like, because it's like one day my daughter will need to know about all that.
Well, of course, now it's permanently on. It's just on my phone. I press a button, it goes to Chromecast.
Yeah,
we have The Young Ones.
Do you know what I showed her the other day?
$2.99.
Do you know what I showed her the other day? Do you remember Bottom, where they tried to play chess?
Yes.
And they end up having that fight, and it's so well shot because they're really into it at that point. It's just like, for all the violence that's in it and all the silliness, that bit has got like some really nice cuts where it cuts to the front of the umbrella, and he's rubbing it, and then it pulls out as he rams it into his crotch, and then it ends with him just slamming his head in the fridge over and over, and like looking at the camera going like that. And I was like, I need to show my daughter this, because this is part of her cultural heritage.
Absolutely. I mean, we watched Holy today.
Oh,
the episode, which is phenomenal. So we watched that, because this afternoon he said, because the weather wasn't great, can we watch something? I said, yeah, what do you want to watch? He said, Night of the Living Dead, so I put Bottom on.
Fair enough.
Just because I didn't fancy sitting through, not that I wouldn't show my son that, because it's fine in my opinion, but I just didn't want to sit through it again right now.
Do you want to hear something terrible? Really bad?
Always.
It's proper men's rights activist thing, this. No, it's not even that. It's the cliche of that. But obviously Netflix doesn't release its streaming figures. It very rarely does, but they usually go 3 seasons on something. If something only gets 1 or 2, it's because nobody's watching it. It doesn't matter how many Twitter moments there are about it. It doesn't matter how many Verge articles there are about it. They just cut it because it's not just that. If something's cheap and it doesn't get a lot of viewers, they'll keep it because it's cheap. But they've just cut loads of shows, and almost all of them were showrun by women. So there's been this massive thing at the moment with Netflix calling them sexist and all this. But it's like, no, they literally just dropped the shows because they were shit and no one watched them. Like, the Comic Book News was writing up about them, going, yeah, but they were crap. And I feel bad. But then I think there's an easy sexist take on that, where you're like, women can't do it. But then I think, no, it's the same as this Channel 4 thing, because what they're doing is, there's plenty of very talented female filmmakers out there. Of course there are. But there's also this encroaching thing of just diversity hires, where you are hiring someone because they're a woman, and not because they're a good
woke projects to work on.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not giving them The Walking Dead. You're not giving them The Punisher. You're giving them some dreadful twee thing about having a period in the 18th century against a backdrop of civil unrest and sexism. It's incredibly boring. It's incredibly dull, and it's doomed to fail because nobody wants to fucking see it. That's the problem. You can have all these wonderful ideas that are all virtuous and beautiful, and people on Twitter, the people, will go, this is marvellous. They won't fucking watch it, though.
No, they don't watch it. And ultimately, obviously, Netflix is a subscription thing, so it's that. But they don't just not watch Netflix. They don't buy these products.
No.
Star Wars toys, nobody's buying Star Wars toys. No one's going to this Star Wars world that just opened, which was apparently, I've only just found out, isn't the original trilogy. They just opened it down in was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
yeah, and everyone saw the Millennium Falcon and was like, yeah, but then every then loads of people went and went, wait, this is the new films. I don't give a shit about this. I want to sit in the cantina, and yeah, it's kind of that, isn't it? It's kind of because you're not playing with the substance anymore.
No.
You're going for that. The woke signal in the diversity nonsense, and it's bullshit, man. It's total bullshit.
There's no gold in them there hills. There's just people saying it's great on Twitter, and why anyone would give a flying fuck about that, I really, really don't know. Drone Tech's just asked, hello Drone Tech, by the way, hope you're well, dude. What's going on with racial discrimination in hiring over there, like the BBC? Positive discrimination, equal opportunities. There's some of it. I mean, the BBC has a vastly skewed figures in terms of minorities and trans people and things like that, but it's the BBC, They're
I think
fast
ultimately
becoming irrelevant. I mean, the license fee thing's got to stop soon.
That's the thing with me at the moment. I pay for the BBC. That's my money, and it's a considerable amount of money a year. What is it like? Around 150 quid a year now, something like that. But yes, as you've just said there, he said, Drone Tech said, where they straight up say whites need not apply. No, they say BAME only.
Yes.
Black and minority ethnic, which is a dancing, like, sophist way of saying no whites. That's what it means. It means everyone but whites, which is creepy for a start, because you then you compartmentalize and you're like, well, there's whites and there's everyone who isn't white, and we're going to separate them, and the non-whites need help. It's white supremacy, isn't it? But with that guilt-ridden nonsense. But yeah, they openly do this with our money, and no one seems to care. No one seems to give a shit. It's really weird.
That's us showing our white privilege.
And minorities are overrepresented. Yeah, I actually went through the report. Because their goal is to have people represented as they are in the demographic, and there's a good argument for that. Like, because it is funded by us, it should represent everyone. That should be the goal and the hope or whatever. But then they're this is going to amaze you. This media company are overrepresented in terms of the gay community, but they're still trying to get more gay people in, and they've got gay ambassadors, which is really fucking creepy for me, because it's like, wait, because you suck cock, you need some like person to help you. It's insane. You know what? I know a gay guy that works for the BBC, and he's phenomenally talented, and it has nothing to do with his sexuality. You would work with him, and he rises, and he makes a fucking good wage, and he leads projects. He does technical side of things, apps and things like that. But his sexuality is irrelevant. And I get offended on his behalf that they give a shit about it. I wouldn't blame him for using that to get a job over someone else. He has to look after himself, doesn't he? But it's insanity, man. The whole organisation has been corrupted, which is a shame, because they used to stand for something phenomenal.
By the way, we do have to jump in at this point and say thank you to everyone that has thrown us some cash via live chats, but the majority haven't. Come on, guys. Step away. If everyone throws in just a few dollars, this show keeps rolling forever. It's like a telethon, isn't it? Give us your money.
Yes, we've got Nat Lynch, Gorgeous George, the American Rebellion MAGA channel, and Lay Like Luke.
Crikey.
They've all thrown in because they're good
and
people.
Midget Porn Addict.
And Midget Porn Addict via the dashboard. Yes, sorry, I forgot about that one.
So, they're all good people. They're going to keep it rolling. Just not even the price of a coffee these days, is it? Not even the price of a fucking coffee. Maybe a shit coffee. Maybe a shit. And does it matter if you skip a shit coffee?